Bo Henriksen, you are international business manager in one of Sweden's biggest property companies, Norrporten. During the last decade, you expanded into the Copenhagen market and to the German Hamburg market. And if you see, what is the kind of growth potential you see in the Copenhagen market?
Yeah, I mean, the easy answer is that for us it's Copenhagen, it's not the whole Danish market, and the easy answer is there's a growth in Copenhagen. But of course there are also a lot of other things. It's a stable market, which is really important for our owners, the pension funds. And the infrastructure is pretty good to have Kastrup, and you can come out in the rest of the world for just take 15 minutes to get to Kastrup and to the rest of Europe or to the rest of the world. And you also have the Sweden, the bridge to Sweden, and you can find well-educated people, and that's really good for the kind of companies that are tenants in our properties.
We often hear this, that the market is only located in Copenhagen actually, and international investors do not look abroad the boundaries of that capital city. How do you think that is? Because there are other pretty big cities in Denmark, after all.
Yeah, there are, of course, but it's not that easy. And I think if you start to go to another country, you have to start somewhere, and it's very easy to start in the capital because you know something about it. And normally it's easy to go in and out in a big market. And for us it was important to start and to have at least 100,000 square meters. And that's today we have something like 110,000 square meters. And then we can start to look at other cities. I don't think that it will happen in 2012 and maybe not in 2013, but of course there are other cities, but it's not that easy to get all the information you need. If you say, okay, we have 25,000 in that city and we have 50,000 in that city and so on. So you have to start somewhere, and it's easy to start in the big city.
So if you should invest in more properties in the Danish market, you would concentrate on Copenhagen. But what kind of properties would you concentrate on? What are the best opportunities right now?
I think it's hard to tell because it's depending on your strategy. But for us, it's office buildings and modern flexible office building. And that means if you look at the center of Copenhagen, there are many old, beautiful buildings. And I don't think that's the kind of buildings that we are looking for. We are looking for the buildings close to the harbor front and the new areas like Ørestad and so on. But I mean, every company has their own strategy, and that is our strategy. So I think we will, the next project or the next property, it will be a modern flexible property located in close to the harbor front or maybe Ørestad.
How do you think having properties in the Swedish and the Danish market, how do that work together? Are there any obvious advantages?
I mean, many ways they are similar to each other, and I mean, we started in Sweden and we have been in Sweden for many years. Of course, we know that market. And there was a lot of people when we told them that we were going to invest in Copenhagen. They say, okay, watch out for Copenhagen, watch out for Denmark. You don't know anything about the market. But I think the important thing is to understand that it's not Sweden. It's different. Even if it's just a bridge between Malmö and Copenhagen, it's really different. And you have to know the local market and accept the conditions in the local market. But of course, in many ways, it's an open market in Denmark, it's an open market in Sweden, well-educated people, and the administration is easy to understand and so on. So it was not that difficult, but of course it's different in some ways also. And we try to act like Danish people in Denmark and like Swedish people in Sweden and really accept the conditions in the local market.
Thank you.